All right, 5.3, plotting numbers on the complex plane. So here's the deal. We've talked about complex numbers and how there's real parts and imaginary parts, and that means we can actually graph them. This is not your typical graph. This is what we call the real imaginary plane or the complex plane, where the x-axis is like the real axis. So this is the real axis, and this is the imaginary axis. So you might want to add a little r over here to help you think about it. So really, this is just a coordinate. If you think about it, this is a real number, and this is its imaginary number. So if we were to plot this, let's zoom in. And I'll do it in blue so it's a little bit easier to see. But the real part is here. It's 4. So I'm just going to write a little 4 here. And the imaginary part is here. It's negative 2i. And so we could plot this point right here. That would be 4, negative 2i. And so we've plotted it on the complex plane. That's it. It's just like your x and your y. That's really all there is to it. So let's do the next one. I want you to give it a try. Remember, that's your real, that's your imaginary. You're just plotting a point on the graph. That's it. Go ahead and give it a shot, and then unpause the video when you're ready to check. All right, so we got negative 5 for the real, so I just went back 5. We got negative 4 for the imaginary, so I just went down 4. And there's my point. Negative 5, negative 4i. That's really all there is to it. Pretty easy stuff. All right, let's talk about example number 2, because here they're actually having us add. And there's nothing really unique here. It's just same rules as when you added with, x's and y's. You just want to add your like terms. So here, 6 and 1 are your like terms. So 6 plus 1 is 7. And here your imaginaries are your like terms. So you have a negative 4 and a positive 4. So really, that's like saying plus 0i. Okay, well, if we were going to graph that now, 7 plus 0i, that's 7 on the imaginary and 7 on the real and 0 on the imaginary. So I literally just go over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's 7. And here's still 0 on the imaginary. So this is my point. That's it. All there is to it. All right, so for practice number 3, I want you to try it on your own. Remember to add the like terms and then just plot it on the graph. Okay, so the first thing that hopefully you saw is that this was a negative sign. It was subtracting, not adding. But no big deal. We've done this before. You just distribute that negative, and you end up having negative 5 and positive 4i. So you combine your like terms. 3 and negative 5 make negative 2. And negative 2i and positive 4i make positive 2i. And that's it. So now when you go to graph it, you're going to go back 2 on the imaginary and back 2 on the real. Remember, this is the real axis. I keep switching those words. So back 2 on the real and then up 2 on the imaginary. And that's it. All right. See you guys on the next video.